Oh, welcome to muscle story number 2. So me, my friend, we were having our takeaways and walking down street. I'm having that crispy frog legs and salad. And my friend's having a snail soup special. And this group of English chavs comes up to us. And one goes, "Ooh, give me all your money in it, bravo. I'm going to shank you, waste man." Oh, and I look at my friend and go, "What sort of language is this?" So I'm looking at the chavs. One's got a knife, one's got a broken bottle, and the other ones are all trying to stand there all hard in their Burberry caps. So this guy says, "Oh, I not got all day, give me your money now." And I'm like, "No, you've got another thing coming." So I grab my shirt and I rip it off like Hulk Hogan used to do. And I reveal big, sweaty, greasy muscle. And the chav comes up and he squeezes muscle and he goes, "Ooh, you've got some big, scary muscles. Oh, we better not mess with these greasy, muscly Frenchmen." And they all start running away, dropping their weapons, all crying back to mummy. And I chase them down the street and I go, "Oh, do you want a box of Kleenex to wipe those tears away?" Oh, these chaps did not want to mess with me and my huge greasy muscles. Oh, welcome to Big Greasy Muscle story number 3. So me and my friend, we going into a big fancy restaurant, and the waiter comes over and says, "Please, let me take your order." And I look at waiter and I go, "Ooh, I want the frog's legs for starters." My friend says he wants the snail and slug soup special. For main course, I say, "Oh, I have the lobster." And my friend, he goes, "I want battered sausage and chips." And the waiter looks at him and goes, "Oh, we do not do battered sausage and chips. What do you think this is? This is a posh restaurant, you little bitch." And I look at the waiter and I go, "Ooh, you better get him his battered sausage and chips." And the waiter goes, "Oh, what you going to do about it?" And I go, "Look at this." So I roll up sleeve with really big greasy muscle. He bends forward and he feels muscle and goes, "Ooh, you've got some mighty fine muscles. Ooh. And he says, "Oh, get him his battered sausage and chips straight away. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess with one big greasy Frenchman." So he brings out our meals, we eat our meals, and we go to pay. And he goes, "Oh, this is the bill." And I look at the bill and I go, "Oh, I'm not paying this." And the waiter goes, "Oh, you're going to have to pay this. You're going to have to pay for your food." And I look at the waiter and I go, "Oh, let me remind you of something." And I tense my muscles at him, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, please have it for free." And my friend, he goes, "No, you're always treating me to things with those big, greasy, stinky muscles." So he pulls out his credit card, and he pays for the meal. "Oh, welcome to muscle story number 4. So my friend says to me, "You shouldn't waste your talents. You should go on to World's Strongest Man and show the world how big and strong your greasy muscles are. You could win it." And I look at him and go, "Could win it? I would win it, you little bitch." So I get his arm and I give him a Chinese burn. He's like, Please, I didn't mean to offend you." So I go on to World's Strongest Man. And the judge comes over and says, "Ooh, these are the biggest muscles we've ever seen on this show before. Oh, I'm going to give you the trophy straight away and declare you the world's strongest man." So one of the other contestants comes over to the judge and says, "Please, the contest hasn't even begun. What is the meaning of this?" And the judge looks at him. "But you've not seen his muscles. He would only win anyway." So the contestants come up to me, all crying, probably going to cry back to mummy. And they go to me, "Oh, this isn't fair. Hope you're proud of yourself." So I give them a Kleenex, and I get baby dummy out of my pocket. I put it in their mouth, because, "Oh, stop crying, you big baby. My muscles will always win." Welcome to another muscle story. So me and my friend, We going on to the beach together. I put along my stripy towel. I'm going to be sunbathing. But my friend just wants to make sandcastles and bought his bucket and spade. And I say to my friend, you're a grown man, but you act like a big kid. So I lay back on my towel, I enjoying the sun, and my friend comes up to me, clapping his hand, jumping up and down, poking me, and he goes, please, look what I just built. I just built a sandcastle up the Eiffel Tower. So I look up and I go, oh, you're going to be an artist one of these days. So I lay back down, enjoying the sun on my stripy towel. But this little English comes over and knocks down his sandcastle. And my friend comes up to me crying like he wants his mummy or something. And he goes to me, please, deal with this little English. He cannot get away with this. Get your muscles into action. So I get up and I charge over to the English. And he goes, who do you think you are knocking down my friend's sandcastle? And the English looks back at me and goes, you and what army? And I go, oh, me and this army. So I tense muscles at him and he says, please don't hurt me. If I'd have realised you were friends, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't want to mess with such a big, greasy, muscly Frenchman. And I go to him, you better give my friend compensation. This is not good enough. And he goes, please, I will give you what you want. Don't hurt me. And I go to him, you better buy my friend an hobgoblin or two. So the English, he buys my friend an hobgoblin or two, and he also rebuilds his sandcastle. He would never mess with a big, greasy, muscly Frenchman again. Welcome to Big Greasy Muscle story number 6. So me, my friend, we're going down to seaside together for the day. So we're sitting on bench, and I go to my friend, go get us an ice cream. I'll have a double chocolate. You can have what you want as well. So my friend, he goes up to ice cream van to get her ice cream. He gets her ice cream. And the ice cream man says to him, this is the money you owe me. And my friend says to the ice cream man, but I'm not the one going to pay. My big French muscly friend over there will pay. So I get off bench and I walk over to ice cream van. I go, I forgot my money. And the ice cream man says to me, you're going to have to pay for your ice cream, sir. And I look back at him and I get out my big scary bicep. And I start tensing it at him. And the ice cream man goes, please, you got to respect a man with such big muscles. Have what you want. You can also have some extra sprinkles and a flake. So we go back, sit down. Me and my friend go back to sit down. And we eat an ice cream. And I snatch his ice cream out of his hand and throw it into the sand on the beach. And my friend says to me, what's the meaning of this? You said I could have an ice cream. And I say to my friend, you've been eating too many ice creams recently. You're going to end up like Augustus Gloop. Welcome to Muscle Story number 7. This is an extra special muscle story specially for you. So anyway, my friend gets a job as Santa Claus down at the local shopping centre. He's sitting in Santa's grotto and there's a bunch of kids waiting outside. And a chav too. So the chav is next in line. He goes in to see Santa. He walks up to Santa and Santa looks at him and goes, oh, you're too big to sit on my knee. And he calls in the elf and says, this guy's too big to sit in my knee. Oh, deal with him, elf, please. So the elf comes in with his broken bottle. And he goes, you're too big to sit on Santa's knee. This'll be the last thing you ever do. And the chav goes, please, let me see Santa, please. And Santa looks at elves. Oh, we'll let him off this once. He can come sit on big scary knee. So the chav walks over to my big French muscly friend in the Santa uniform, sits on lap, And Santa goes, ho, 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 what do you want for Christmas? And the chaff looks at him and goes, I want a Burberry cap, please. And Santa goes, oh, I've not got a Burberry cap, but I've got something very special for you. So he reaches down into Santa bag, and he pulls out a magazine, Muscle Man. It has a picture of my friend on the front kissing his muscle. Every single page in the magazine is my friend doing muscle poses. But the magazine wants to put other muscle men in the magazine. But they know because of my friend's big, greasy, scary muscles, there's nothing they can do about it. They'll have to put him in every issue. So he gives the magazine to the chaff. And he also gives him an application for Burger King and says your dreams are going to be fulfilled. And the chaff looks at him and goes, oh, you're taking the meek in it, you waste man, bravo. So he reaches forward and pulls beard, saying, is this fake or is it real? And he pulls my friend's real beard, and my friend's not very happy at all. So he gets up and says, oh, you've messed with the wrong Santa Claus today. So he pulls off his robe, and he's revealing big, greasy, stinky muscles. All the children see it from outside, and they'll run away to Mummy going, please, I don't want to see the scary Santa after all. Oh, and the chaff gets so scared, walks away crying. Ooh, they will not want to mess with such a big, greasy, muscly Santa Claus. Ooh. Oh, ho, ho. Welcome to Big Greasy Muscle story number 8. Oh, and this is the story about how my muscles came to be. So, many years ago, I was sitting on a park bench crying my eyes out looking at Muscle Man magazine. I was like, oh, I want to be just like these people. And out of nowhere comes a fairy godmother. She comes up to me and says, oh, stop crying, you piece of shit. What are you, a big baby or something? So she gets out of her pocket a Kleenex. And I wipe my tears away and I say to her, oh, I want to be just like these people, but I want bigger muscles too. And she looks at me and says, oh, I can grant you this wish, but you must solemnly swear not to abuse your muscle power and only use them for good. And I say to her, oh, I solemnly swear I will not abuse my power. So she starts singing with a magic wand. She starts going bibbidi bobbidi boo. My muscles get bigger and bigger. And when she's finished the song, I say to her, ooh, this is going to get me so much Humpty Dumpty. I'm going to get everything I ever wanted because of these big greasy muscles. She looks at me and says, oh, but you promised not to abuse your muscles. So I get up and I tense the muscles and I go, oh, who's the daddy now? And I say to her, ooh, I'm going to do what I want. So I pull a magic wand away from her, snap a magic wand in two, and she retires as a fairy godmother. The last I heard, she was begging for spare change. Ooh. And I go on to be famous with big greasy muscles, and I get everything I desired. Ooh. No one's going to stop me.